Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we're diving back into 100 card Historic Brawl with Old Gnawbone as our commander today. So 7 mana, 7/7 with flying. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. So if we hit in for tons of damage, we are getting tons of treasures. And the main idea of this deck is we want to play just big, beefy, green stompy with value that ramps up to Old Gnawbone to be able to play him out on turn 7 and hit in on the turn that we play him out with, you know, however much damage we can, make tons and tons of treasures, and then win the game either on that turn with all the mana or on the next turn with all the mana that we have with the treasures and whatever else. And so that is kind of the game plan with this, is just get to Gnawbone pretty quickly, have some big beefy creatures on the battlefield so we can hit in, get tons of treasures, and then play some X spells like Finale Devastation, which can find us Craterhoof, Behemoth, and give us just the win. Kamal's Druidic Vow, if we have this big enough, we can just play out most of our deck or find all of our lands and hopefully hit a Field of the Dead along the way so that we can just play out tons and tons of zombies all at once, or just big creatures like Voracious Hydra. Also, we just have tons of good payoffs like Destiny Spinner. If we have, one of the biggest issues with Destiny Spinner is that you tap down tons of lands to be able to get this ability, but if we have tons of treasures, we can activate this a bunch of times, get in for tons and tons of damage with a bunch of lands that are equal to with X, which are equal to the number of lands that we control, which should be lots because we have lots of ramp in the deck. And so that's the basic idea of this deck. Ramp up, get lots of lands on the battlefield, ramp up other ways, get to Old Gnawbone, hit with a bunch of beefy creatures that we have in the deck, and then, you know, win the game. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Hey, check it out. I got a deck box and it's pretty sweet. So if you guys want my deck box, a custom deck box, some sweet accessories, or this double-sided partner deck box, then you guys can check those out with the description down below. It's a 10% discount on all deck boxes and it helps support the channel and my friend's business. Thank you guys so much. All right, against Bart, and we're starting out with only 2 lands, but a Cultivate. We're going to free mulligan this one away. We have much better hands that we can start with. That's better for sure. Thunderherd Migration with the Wayward Sawtooth. Yeah, so keep this. Sentinel. Pass turn. All right, so do we go for the Signet right away or the Thunderherd Migration? I think we wait on the Signet because I think we can play that out at the same time that we do other stuff. And so let's go ahead and go for Arch. Yeah, Thunderherd Migration. Reveal a Dinosaur. There's one. Grab a Forest. And pass the turn. Actually, attack in. All right, what are we up against? I didn't even check this out. Tatyova. All right, so lots of landfall coming on their side of the board as well. Everyone playing multiple different kinds of lands so they can get to the Field of the Dead game plan, which is fantastic. Snow-covered Forest. Arcane Signet. Wayward Sawtooth. Don't have another land. Actually, we can play out the Turntimber Symbiosis. Where are we at with mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have Great Henge here soon. So we're almost to Gnawbone. Or we could also just play out the Turntimber Symbiosis and get other creatures, because we actually don't have lots of creatures just yet. Let's play this tapped, attack in, pass the turn. So we are playing Field of the Dead, and we have a few ways to search for it. All of these modal lands are coming out as ways that we can actually get the amount of lands that we need for that. So that helps, of course, a little bit. So yeah, we do have Gnawbone online here. We could also just Great Henge and Cultivate. And I think that lets us attack in with Wayward Sawtooth. Yeah, because we end up not even being able to attack with Gnawbone. There could be... the benefit with Gnawbone is being able to attack the turn that we play him out. And so let's go ahead and just grab some lands. And now we can attack in for a lot. Down to 20, pass the turn. And next turn we have Gnawbone with card draw, with making 6 treasures. Archeroska is also online now as City's Blessing, so we have card draw for forever. They have a handful of cards. We're hoping they don't hold up counter spells here. Perfect. All right, sweet. No counter spell. Good stuff. Gnawbone. Draw a card. If I want to draw cards now, let's go ahead and swing with Wayward Sawtooth, see if they'll block this. Okay, 5 treasures. Seems legit. Dude, this is good. Gnawbone is awesome. It's so good. Yep, draw a card, fight this dude. Ooh, and a questing beast. We have enough mana to replay Gnawbone again on the next turn. Should I just keep drawing cards here and get value? I'm not as terrified about blue. Like they could have bounce all the stuff back to hand, which could be annoying, but for the most part, we're fine. So pass the turn now. Yeah, pass the turn. Actually, we get rid of Uro as soon as possible. For as long as you control Mind Flayer. Interesting, that's not good. Well, eat Uro. Tap down Gnawbone. So they can control it, but they're not going to be able to have it be untapped on this next turn. And I think we're presenting lethal. I should have waited until they played it out, but that's fine. So I think right now we just go full on aggro. Try to have as many good creatures as we can. Wow, that's good. Yeah, Shadow Spear as well for the trample onto Kogla. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's cool. That was good. That was great. All right. Dude, this deck is insane. All right, on to the next one. All right, up against Rhea and an Omnath deck. And not the best hand ever, but it's a good one. So we're going to keep this. We're on the draw, which is a little bit annoying that we're not being really quick here. But we'll play out Balaga tapped, pass the turn. We have Scavenging Ooze on turn 2, Cultivate on turn 3, and then Nissa on the next turn, which is fantastic. And then we have hopefully some other good things to play after that. A turn 4 Nissa is okay by my standards. But who might I say? I don't have very good standards. All right, Scooze. Pass the turn. Blizzard Brawl here because we have the Snowlands, because we're running Faceless Haven, and why not, right? We also have I think we have the elf that untaps Snowlands. I might have taken it out even, but it doesn't really matter. Kiora. Kiora is fantastic. What a good card. I wish we could play that in this one, but we cannot. All right, we'll play Cultivate. Do we attack Kiora? I think that we do. I don't think we care about the life total just yet. Like, we have such beefiness that the life total doesn't matter as much as stopping them from being able to untap as many things eventually. They do need blue mana. There's the blue mana. Wow. All right, this Omnath as well is actually not good for us. Ooh, lots of card draw. It's such a good card. Okay, Blizzard Brawl. Do they have creatures in the graveyard? No. Negatory. But we do have Nissa, which can untap a forest. We can Blizzard Brawl. Kill the Omnath. Have mana. What do we have in our graveyard? Do we cycle here? We have Toe Scale in the next turn, which is fantastic with the Nissa. Anything I really care to get rid of here? I think we go ahead and cycle. Having those lands is really nice. Faceless Haven's pretty sweet. All right, we're gonna go ahead and attack Kiora again. Again, getting it low enough to where they can't untap too often. That's getting rid of a good ramp spell there. Hopefully they don't have anything with haste to kill Nissa. I kind of doubt they will. They could play Omnath again, which draws them 2 cards. Do we have Craterhoof Behemoth? Or Gnawbone into whatever? Do we? Nissa's good. It's so good. Oh, man. Yeah, turn 4 Nissa is a fantastic way to go. Faceless Haven, not another forest. I think we will play another forest if we can. Okay, Arcane Signet just ramping up, trying to get up to other stuff here. They're trying to figure out what they can do for this turn. Counterspell is the worst thing that can happen for us on this next turn. Going for Gnawbone just to get tons and tons of mana could be a good way to go. We also could then play Great Henge, Toski, Hidden for tons of damage. Oh man. All right. Do we actually just want to draw cards first? Let's see here. So we have Great Hoof Behemoth, Faceless Haven. Okay, so now I can play it without using the creatures. All right, so I think this is what we do. Untap the forest. Crater Hoof. Come really close to winning, so they have the memory lapse, which is totally fine here. Yeah, putting on top of our library. Okay. Sounds good to me, sir. 5 mana left. I could play out Toski and get in for 1 damage, draw it now before they could maybe affect us. It means less damage right now. Yeah, it's fine. The card draw would be really sweet, but this will be fine. Okay, play out Toski. They could have board wipe. Toski is indestructible. Yeah, they do have white here and red, so board wipes are possible. Plays out Omnath, draws a card. I believe it's game here, though. We have Crater Hoof on the next turn. Oh, Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, gets some extra mana. Now has board wipe. That would be awful. They shouldn't have... I don't know any board wipe that would be okay here. Deafening Clarion is a possibility. That would be the worst one. Scale the Heights. Draws a card, plays another land. 4 damage to us and a Planeswalker. All right, so yeah, opponent skips it up. Yeah, with the Crater Hoof on the next turn. It's so good. Yeah. Yep. So good. All right, up against Brutal Honesty, and honestly, not the best hand. If we had another land here, so Vala into a bunch of these creatures is actually really good. Tons of card draw, whatever. Up against a Corvold deck. What is Corvold again? Sacrifice. Yeah, we got a mulligan. It would be great to have, but we got a mulligan. All right, so Lair into Abundant Harvest, which will most likely find us a land, is good. We're on the draw, so if we find a third land, I'm not sure if I care to find the land here or not. Visionary has a good chance of finding us land. Skoo's actually going to be pretty good against this deck. I always forget about Once Upon a Time. It actually isn't that amazing if it's not in the opening hand. All right, now we found a land, and we have card draw, so we should be able to find the 4th land. So I think we actually find a non-land thing here. Yeah, Explorer is perfect for... Yeah, okay. Sounds great. Trail of Crumbs. Not another land yet, but we'll go Explore. Play out the land. And pass the turn. I don't know why when X can't be 0, it keeps asking if you want to activate it when X can't be 0. Like, fix that, yo. Okay, they can take a card, thing from our hand, and Toski, them turning into a Toski is a really bad thing. It's indestructible then. Tendrils Dryad is definitely the worst one, though. If we don't have a way to kill this soon, bad stuff happens. Elvish Visionary is our best play for the next turn, so they could have taken that. We definitely need to find the land here, so 2 more draws to try to find it. All right, there it is. Now do we play Toski? They can cause stuff to sacrifice. They're probably going to have lots of those kinds of cards. Visionary is the best play just for the ramp. Toski is a really good play just by itself. We can probably attack in. If it dies, it's annoying. Let's keep ramping for now. And drawing cards. Both good things. Circle of Dreams Druid, pretty sweet. And pass the turn. Blast Zone on turn 2 is actually really good too right now. So they can sacrifice this. Stomps, okay. Okay. Yeah, them getting a Tendency Dryad is not what we want to have happen. So a Blizzard Brawl, putting this on 2, is that fast enough? It's not right now. We would have had to have done it earlier. I mean, it's fine if they have a Tendency Dryad, I suppose. Man, it's so good for their deck, though. They just have stuff to sacrifice all of the time. Pass to my turn. Tap land. So, becomes a copy of that card. I can't remember if it changes its CMC. I believe so. I believe it does become a copy of it. I think we keep trying to ramp. I think we play Circle of Dreams Druid. We play Valagad Recovery tapped. I could have gone for Abundant Harvest to hit a land that's untapped and play out like a 2-drop or something. Circle of Dreams Druid. Let's just get rampy, pass the turn. I'm hoping they don't have Soul Shatter or really good removal. They only have one Soul Covered Swamp. They kept this as probably their best piece of removal anyway. Escape to the Wilds. Okay. We have a turn to do some stuff. They found the Mayhem Devil. Oh no. Lots of good things here. Okay. Blast Zone on 3 is also not bad. We can play out Gnawbone. What do they find here? Binding of Gods, so they can get rid of Gnawbone right away. Lolth is annoying. They have reach for the Gnawbone. Let's just get out creatures. I think Circle of Dreams Druid is our best play. If they use out the binding to get rid of the Circle of Dreams Druid, that's good for us too. So Scavenging Ooze. They know every card that we have now is an issue. We can get rid of stuff from the graveyards. Okay, pass the turn. I could try attack in with the Circle of Dreams Druid, actually. Draw a card, potentially get back our Tendency Dryad. That actually wouldn't be a bad trade-off. Paradise Druid. Whoa, 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 whoa. They didn't just go for the binding right away? It was for Mayhem Devil instead. I mean, understandable, kind of. They also probably want to keep us off of the Toski. Kamala is pretty good with Circle of Dreams Druid here too. We do just have lots of mana for this. All right, so gain some life, grow the Skoos. Is it worth getting anything from their graveyard? Might as well. They might have Croxa or whatever else, so just getting rid of their graveyard's not a bad thing to do. Valagad Recovery, I think, is a must include into everything anyway. All right, so Gnawbone does what? We don't actually get in for lots of damage. Maybe with Skoos we do. We have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So X8 for this Druid. Let's try that. We also get lands here, which is huge. So tons and tons of ramp. Rishkar's Expertise is going to be sweet. Wow, that's nothing. Oh, that is a whole bunch of crap. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, I guess. Helm of Hosts onto Circle of Dreams Druid is pretty fun. Okay. Oh, I can't equip yet. Okay, we have to attack him with Toski. Making a bunch of Toskis could be fun. Devil Block, are they willing to do that? Yeah, I'm willing to trade off with the skews, so this is fine. If it draws us cards right now, we're happy with it. Okay. Man, I was really hoping for at least... We only had one land in 8 cards. That is ridiculous. Like, even though I didn't expect this many legendaries, that's kind of cool. But I was, like, Kamal's Druidic Vow was really just supposed to find us 4 lands there. 4 lands would have been sweet. If we hit 1 legendary thing, awesome. The only thing we couldn't play with 8 was Galta. But it could have gotten us like an Ugin or whatever else. Like, we had so many good possibilities there. Okay, Keelseeker of Dreams Druid. That's annoying. Yep. Didn't draw with the 1 mana there. Interesting. Could have something for 3. Sacrifice Valky. Okay, we need to find good stuff. The life gain with Shadow Spear is pretty sweet. Magda. Yeah, Helm of the Host on Toski for a few turns sounds so fun. Takes a risk card's expertise. That's annoying. That would have been really nice. We didn't have tons of power, but it still would have been really nice. Okay. Take 2. Doesn't swing with Mayhem Devil. I guess Toski is nice. Okay, pass to my turn. Heroic Intervention. How much mana do I have? So activate that. That means we can play Gnawbone and hold up Heroic Intervention, which is actually really sweet. I can play Gnawbone. Can I equip Shadow Spear? Having 2 Gnawbones next turn is pretty awesome with Helm of the Host too. Is that better though? With the Heroic Intervention, it puts us in really good shape. So let's go ahead and try this out. They have a chance to kill us here still on the next turn. Okay, play out Gnawbone just as a big beefy blocker. Yeah, we swing in, they get a block. It's fine. Pass the turn with Shadow Spirit out on the battlefield. I'm kind of excited to see if we can get in for tons and tons of damage with this. That's really the hope. If we don't have to use Heroic Intervention this turn, life is really good. All right, hits our face. Just permanents we control. Mogda can give him a treasure. We also can scoos 1 time and get something out of the graveyard here for a little bit of life gain. Gold span. That's good. Means they get more mana with this Mogda swinging in. They should have attacked him with Corvold there. I guess they didn't have anything to sacrifice, but probably even sacrificing the Trail of Crumbs there would have been worthwhile, actually. Damage and card draw. Doing that during the... Do they have something instant speed they can actually play here that's worthwhile? This will be a 9/9 next turn. Turns that into Tender Shoot Dryad. Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad. All right, well, we didn't have to use Heroic Intervention, which is nice, at least. Man, we've lost all of our card draw because I didn't use it right away. Helm of the Host onto Gnawbone. Decent stuff. All right, putting this on 5 would be pretty sweet. What do we lose? Nothing. So maybe we do that instead of going for anything else. So how much do we need? We need 8 mana. So I think we, let's see here. Let's just pass the turn. Attack in here. They get a sweet turn, but if we can Blast Zone onto 5, we get rid of Tender Shoot Dryad, Goldspan Dragon, and everything. And we get to still hold up Heroic Intervention with the 2 mana. So that's why I didn't use Shadow Spear. Having it hit him with Toski to get 2 life could have been nice, but not really worthwhile. 3 drops are getting annoying. Yep. Ability to sacrifice something every turn. Also annoying. Corvold's big. Yeah, so I believe it is a 5-drop here. More damage to face. Cauldron Familiar. Wow, Massacre Worm. That's a way to get rid of Toski. Oh my goodness, dude, they just keep doing it. Kills a Toski. Oh, that's annoying. What a hit off a Chaos Warp. Oh, we get to kill Mayhem Devil. Oh, okay, I was gonna say sweet. They should have attacked him with Corvold there for sure. All right, so put 4 counters onto this. Oh, I didn't have enough for the intervention. Glad I didn't do that on accident. All right, they get another guy. I think we do this now to get rid of the flyers. We take 1. Flyer's dead. Man, I want enough mana to be able to equip this and the Shadow Spear, but we don't have enough. We'll make tons of treasures though. So go ahead and equip this here. Yeah, not enough yet. Nothing with reach, right? Okay, so we get 28 treasures. That's a legitimate amount of treasures, I've decided. Okay, so Tender True Dryad. Oh gosh. Treasures with Mayhem Devil. Right. Resolve all. Yeah. You do have to be a little bit careful about this now, huh? So I can equip Shadow Spear here and only sacrifice one thing. Hold up the Heroic Intervention, which unfortunately doesn't protect our Tender True Dryad if they have a way to sacrifice right away. And so I think that we hold off for a turn here. I can put this onto Scoos. They're down to 5. We have to not die here. All right, so I think we... Oh, man, Ooze could be so good. Just as a blocker. How much do we actually... We need a block as well here. Yeah, we can't take the damage from the 5 treasures here. So pass the turn. Let's just hold up. Putting Shadow Spear onto Scavenging Ooze probably what is the play there, and I missed it. Three blockers. Let's see how bad this gets. Witchy's Thirst kills the Gnawbone. They have to kill both 7/7s to survive the hit back. And so I think I'm actually okay with this as long as we keep our blockers alive. So... Okay, good. They should have kept playing there. They definitely should have kept playing. So they had the ability to sacrifice a Sapperling or something after damage to kill Tender True Dryad. They only had 2 blockers. They could have gotten in for 6, 7, 8, you know, quite a bit. I would have blocked the Massacre Worm with the Scavenging Ooze, but 7, 8, 9. And then if I ever used treasures again, I was dead. And so, I mean, I did have Gnawbone to hit back with. But man, what a game. What a game. Up against Corinth and no ramp. A Riel deck, which means tons and tons of card draw. Treasure map is really cool with Old Gnawbone, but I think we need good early game stuff. That's a little bit better. Actually, that's pretty dang good. The tap lands are a little bit awkward, especially because we can't actually play with Grazer. So keep this. Yeah, keep that for sure. This is just all over the ramp. And with creatures that can attack in with Gnawbone, so good. They're mulliganing like crazy. Hopefully it's not just an insta-scoop, because this is a sweet hand now. Yeah, we just ramp up and hopefully hit an untapped land here. And if not, we still get Rejuvenator on turn 3, then Solemn Simulacrum on the turn after. Untapped land. Good stuff. All right, so Rejuvenator. Great opening hands. Whew, this is good. Now we get to hold on to the recovery. We won't send the message this time. Maybe next time. Mindstone. All right, good hand for them. They get to ramp a little bit. Solemn or Llanowar? The card draw's nice. I haven't played a land this turn. I probably should have. It's fine. Whatever. And I can play out Mammoth. Let's actually play out Beleged Recovery. We are at... That's land number 6. So we could have Gnawbone on the next turn just to get out of 7/7. But next turn we can play out Mammoth and Visionary, get creatures out on battlefield, which should... Ooh, giving everything +3/+3 as well. Okay, then. They're stuck on just 3 mana. Draw Hour of Promise is pretty cool. Ooh, Hour of Promise means we might want to play this out as a basic land, or as a land instead. That does guarantee Gnawbone, but it gives 7 damage with Hour of Promise, and so we can play Gnawbone, attack in, and then Hour of Promise hit in for tons of damage. It's still a really good play. All right, down to 21. Do we have lethal with this Return of the Speaker? So we have 5 times 3, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, that's enough. Okay, that's a good one. All right, something dies. Fair. Not quite lethal now with this. It's pretty close still. All right, Counterspell is a possibility. Haship Oasis. Gnawbone. 5 treasures for an Hour of Promise afterwards. All right, there's a Counterspell. Totally fine with that. Yep, take action. If we can get rid of their counterspells this way, that's still fine. Hitting in for 5 each turn, down to 16. That's a decent clock, even with our ramping creatures. Riel, now they have a good blocker, but yeah, I think we play out Gnawbone. Both other cards could have been good there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other kinds of things. So Our Promise actually gets us to the Field of the Dead combo. So take action. Industry Drive, man. Dude, we're drawing really well in this game. This is some great stuff. Sorcerer class. What does this do again? Creature control can tap to add mana for... Oh, that's a good card, actually. I don't know why I haven't played Sorcerer's class yet. We need to do that. It's a pretty great card. There's actually some ways to kind of go off with that. Like ways to make spells a little bit cheaper, but spells that make creatures. And if you can give them haste and kind of just start comboing off with it. And then maybe like a way to draw cards anytime you cast spells. There's a lot of pieces to it, but there is a way to kind of combo off there. All right, so Forest. I think we just win with the Return to the Wild Speaker, right? I just want to keep comboing off, though, and doing more fun stuff. All right, so we have enough for everything, so let's just do it all. So we grab Field of the Dead. I don't think we have enough other things here, so that's fine. Let's go Faceless Haven or Lair of the Hydra. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Get some zombies. Attack in. See if they block. And that's game. Yeah, that's just good. And then we had Industry Dryad, and then we could have also drawn 7 cards instead of doing that, but you know, winning the game is a good thing, I've heard. And then we could have had so many treasures too. Man. Winning just always ruins the fun. All right, guys. Gnawbone is insane. It is a completely insane commander. I think knowing that you have it on turn 7 or just like whenever you want it is what makes Gnawbone great. And so I don't think it's as good and constructed. It's still great, but I think as a commander, it is completely insane. That's just so many treasures you could end up working with and just tons of mana. And green has lots of mana sinks in it and just good things to do with mana in general. And so it has the ramp to get up to it. It has all of the goods. And so I'm a huge fan of this deck. I think it's a fun one. I think it's really good. I think honestly, you could almost take this deck straight over to mid to high power, not high power. You can play this mid power in actual EDH as well. I think this has all the pieces you need for it to be really good. There's lots of just fun stuff there. Definitely some changes if you have more better stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure, like there's no combo in it, nothing really crazy, but just value and lots of damage. And it's really good one-on-one. I'm not sure how good it would be multiplayer just because it's creature based and everything, but you can make it work. And so I think it's fun. I had a blast with it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.